Camera just fell over when I pressed record. And now I'm really badly framed. Shit. I'm Bonnie, and this is New Moon, and I'm going to read chapter 2 now. And it's called Stitches, so we can all tell that that's definitely a metaphor for Bella's bloody awful life, not just because she's getting stitches in her arm after she got attacked by vampires. Carly was the only one who stayed calm. Centuries of experience in the emergency room were evident in his quiet, authoritative voice. So everyone who talks in a quiet, authoritative voice obviously has lots of experience in a hospital. You know how it is, you just see someone walking down the street, they speak in a quiet, authoritative voice, and you think, holy shit, they've been in a hospital for years. Basically, not much is happening. Bella's just getting her arm sewed up by Carly while everyone else is away. And she's actually a little bit bearable. I'm presuming because Edward isn't there, so she doesn't have anything to fap over. There was no pain now, just a gentle tugging sensation that I tried to ignore. No reason to get sick like a baby. What? You've just nearly lost half the blood in your body and you're saying, oh, there's no reason to be sick. I've jumped off a cliff. Oh no, that hasn't happened yet. Forget I say that. Bella and Carly are discussing the concept of heaven and whether vampires get into heaven or not because their souls are damned forever, even though Carlisle's trying to save his by being good and working in hospitals and saving people's lives and stuff. And they've moved on to the subject of Edward, as they always do, because that's all Bella ever talks about. I'm hoping that there's still a point to this life, even for us. I hope, maybe foolishly, that we'll get some measure of credit for trying. I don't think that's foolish, I mumbled. I couldn't imagine anyone who wouldn't be impressed by Carly. Besides, the only kind of heaven I would appreciate would have to include Edward. I'll just go away and die. Now they just go on because Bella wants to be a vampire, and she's all going, yeah, I want to be a vampire. Carlisle's like, no, because that will mean you have no soul. And Bella's all like, I don't care, I want to be a fucking vampire, change me now. And he's like, well, what if it was reversed? Could you take away Edward's soul? And Bella, this is a genuine sentence. I shook my head, aware of the stubborn set of my chin. How do you do a stubborn chin set? That just doesn't work at all. Now they've got her all bandaged up and she's on her way back to her house, because that's normal for a teenage girl. The long white bandage on my arm didn't look nearly as serious as I was no longer spattered in gore. Charlie was never surprised to see me bandaged, or interested that his daughter is injured enough to be bandaged, but whatever. Edward and Bella are talking about what just happened. Now Bella's just being ridiculous here. Tell me you forgive me. That brought a flicker of life to his face, a flicker of anger. Forgive you? For what? If I'd have been more careful, nothing would have happened. Bella, you gave yourself a paper cut that hardly deserves a death penalty. See, me and Edward are seeing eye to eye here. I just think, why is she sorry for a bloody paper cut? It is a paper cut. People get paper cuts. Just, it's still my fault. Just no, Bella, no. Then Edward has a huge, long paragraph and a half rambling about how, your fault, right, if you cut yourself at Mike Newton's house, none of this would have bloody happened, you stupid little bitch. I'd rather die than be with Mike Newton, I protested. I'd rather die than be with anyone but you. Actually, I don't think Mike Newton seems that bad, and I'd rather go out with him than die. Her vampire boyfriend's just, run up to her room while she's sneaking in the house. Now they're in her bedroom and they're going to open the presents without any paper cuts, hopefully, because that'll just be another long, tedious chapter of bugger all. She got some tickets to Jacksonville, which is where her mum lives, and so presumably Edward is going to go with her, even though it's in Jacksonville in Florida, and Florida is sunny, and Edward sparkles in sunlight. Arnie's got her a CD, and she's put it in the CD player. He hit play and we waited in silence. Then the music began. I listened, speechless and wide-eyed. I knew he was waiting for my reaction, but I couldn't talk. Tears welled up, and I reached up to wipe them away before they could spill over. Oh. All it is Bella's lullaby that Edward played on the piano, which is actually quite a nice song in the film. And that's the only bit of the film I like, is that song, because it's quite pretty. I'm just going to sit really badly framed for the rest of the video because my arm really hurts. Okay, not as bad as Bella's though. And now they're just making out because they can. Now in the last paragraph of this chapter, Bella is evaluating the kiss that she just got from Edward. I was half asleep, maybe more, when I realised what his kiss had reminded me of. Last spring, when he'd had to leave to throw James off my trail. Edward had kissed me goodbye, not knowing when or if we would see each other again. The kiss had almost the same painful edge, for some reason I couldn't imagine, and that's my cat. Thanks! I shuddered into unconsciousness, as if I was already having a nightmare. And that's the end of chapter 2, because nothing happens in chapter 2. But I've been filming for a while, so I'm going to stop this, and I'll do chapter 3 some point, probably. Okay, bye.